Hey folks, what's going on? It's Matt with Heroic Tactics, and fresh off my super embarrassing loss the night before, the very next day at Mothership Books and Games, we had a 600 point where keywords do not count for anything. And I was like, well, here's my chance to really just flex my team building abilities and just like pick stuff that I absolutely need, because keywords just wouldn't matter. Even if I made a theme team, it wouldn't matter because no matters, yes. So I wanted to play some pieces that I really liked, just haven't had a chance to really play them as much as I wanted to. The first being the White Martian Manhunter at full. I've only ever ran him at 100 because that's kind of his most effective dial, but I was like, I want to be charging in and kicking butt at 165 points. Him feeling like I believe Martian Manhunter should be, so I was super excited to play this figure. A little bit higher point value, also just a powerhouse, was the Miss Marvel from Age of Ultron. I have a soft spot in my heart because she helped me win this major tournament in a weird like blind pool and stuff like that, and I've never used her in Constructor. She's always kind of like too high of a point value for me to make into a game. And I have 600 points, no keywords. I was like, cool. She's got power, she's got enhancement, and she's got leadership on her, or like a special power giving her all that. And at 170, she can pull tokens off Martian Manhunter. And I was like, that's great. She's got a special trait, which I remember to use only once. Whenever she reduces damage, you give her a token. You can remove a token to increase her stats by all of her stats +1 to the beginning of your next turn. And yeah, there was times where I'd miss my impervious roll, and I wouldn't add that token because I forgot. Even though I missed the impervious part, I still reduced damage by 2, so it still would have worked. And definitely after she took a few bangs and she was on her invuln, I still forgot to do that power, which would have been super, super rad. She also has another trait, which I don't even remember what it was, so I totally forgot to use it. Oh yeah, she's got super strength. She's got super senses from range, so I don't think that ever came out because I was always hypersonicking in and getting the heck out of thing. Because I had such problem with bad dice rolls, I'm like, I need to take this out of the equation. So I went nuts with probbers and double probbers. So I have John Constantine from the Trinity War. He's got the double prob that I can use twice per turn. I've got Booster Gold, where if I use prob on himself, I can use prob either a second time or I can use prob a first time and then prob himself. So, and this is a pretty good secondary attacker. Johnny Connie had the TK and the ability to pick either Outwit and Perplex. I usually ended up picking Perplex because I'd give extra damage or extra attack to my big beast and they'd run on and punch somebody for a lot of damage. And finally, the Magician, because he got that prop control top down and he's got the Tiger. And nobody swung at him, or when I did swing at him, I missed my shape change. I mean, nobody swung at him, so nobody swung on him, so unless it was, yeah, nobody swung on him. He was the guy that always survived at the end because nobody wanted to risk getting that Tiger out. But he was a blast. And then finishing thing off, I wanted some Precision Strike, I wanted some Hypersonic, and then I just never used it. And plus, it's one of the most adorable pieces in the game. This is Streaky, the LE from World's Finest. Yeah, World's Finest. The cheek. Starts with Hypersonic, 10 Precision Strike, Superman Allied Team Ability, 4 range. So I wanted to be able to, like, if someone had stealth, like either Hypersonic in, take a shot, run away, or punch people with 3 damage. 3 clicks of life with super senses and toughness, but and an annoying power that if they tried to move, she would follow, but she didn't do much. My team performed exceedingly well. My first team was against a Mauser Swarm team with Baxter Shockman, so like those things kept coming. I got really lucky because my opponent was running Krang, but I don't know if he ever used him before, so he did not use Krang to his advantage. I thought he was gonna pulse wave me to death with Colossal Krang, and that never came once. I don't think he ever changed the size on that thing, so I got really lucky there. My second game was against 4 of the Phoenix 5 at 150 because my friend Tyler just finally got his last piece, the magic, and he was able to finish off his Phoenix 5. He was really excited, and I was like, you know you want to do it, and he did it. And I had to pick that Star Trek map where it had the planets on it, and you rolled D6 at the end of your turn, and if you're adjacent to one of the planets that have that number that rolled, you would take one penetrating damage. And I thought I was super clever doing that, because like, oh yes, I have a shot against this guy. But no, because only Cyclops started with Invuln. The rest of them started with Invincible. So most of the time, until I was able to knock him a little bit, that damage didn't do anything. I think he rolled the planet that was next to Colossus like 3 times, and it was like, oh, invincible, oh, invincible, oh, invincible. So that was that. And eventually I was able to win because I had the Clobber Cyclops first, and you just do a bunch of really crazy stuff to take that game, win that game. The last game was against Joe. He was playing the super awesome team of... It was the Sinestro LE, the one that gives everybody energy shield deflection. It was Stature. It was this really gross Star Trek ship that can use TK as a free action to bring someone adjacent to him and then use support for free. Christopher Lee, Saruman, I forgot which one, but it was like a really fancy one that can use mind control regardless of like line of fire, I believe. And that was really a close game. He had a bunch of walkers, so like I won mapper when I picked ranks just because I knew it would jack his stuff up. It also jacked my stuff up because there was a couple of times I couldn't get into position to prob. I had to go by pure luck to get through it. But I was able to win that thing because I did some really nice attacks on Sinestro trying to get rid of him, get rid of his energy shield deflection. I didn't finish him off, unfortunately. And I had one more action left, and I had Martian Manhunter. And he was within charge range of Christopher Lee. And I was like, do I really want to do it? He's out in the nowhere. It's one of those spots where times that I couldn't get a prob on him. And I'm like, yeah, Christopher Lee has shape change. So like at best I could have just damaged this horse. And I was like, oh, what the heck, I'll go for it. I ran over there and I smashed and I got lucky. I was able to hit him. And after the game, I was able to win the whole game. But after the game, Joe said, yeah, if you didn't base my Saruman that one time, I was going to mind control your Miss Marvel and wipe the floor with your team. And so that one move that I was waffling back and forth eventually did pay off for me. So yeah, that was a team that I built with my 600 points. No keywords allowed. I thought about playing, Mr. Mixie Picklick because he's got no keywords. I always not play him because he's got no keywords. But this is really more of a casual venue. It's time to like, make silly stuff. And nobody plays anything overpowered and stuff like that. It's all about fun. So I would have felt jerky trying to run a Mr. Mixie in this event. But yeah, so this is my team. Miss Marvel, Martian Manhunter, Streaky, John Constantine, Booster Gold, and the Magician. Please tell me if there's any changes you would have made to it, or what would you have built for 600 points, no keywords. Please leave them in the comments below. Please like, comment, and share, subscribe. I totally appreciate all that stuff. Thank you for watching, and may all your dice roll hot.